And fifth dimensionally, those are your gifts. Those are like what you bring to the world. This is how you do your marketing. I'm going to talk about this here in just a little bit as we get all these tech things figured out. There we go. On Instagram, this is usually just me. I want to introduce you to my husband. This is Chad. We are a we are a duo here. This is my partner in business and life, in parenting, in all of it. And we make just a very beautiful synchronistic duo that I think we bring to the table, a very masculine and very divine all together. If you're hearing my notifications, I apologize. So we're here today, and we want to talk about really unpacking your genius into an evergreen signature program. That is not for me.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Wait, you just said it.
Yeah, how to unpack your evergreen signature program.
Yes.
Or how to unpack your genius into an evergreen signature program. So we had a few tech challenges. I'm actually on live on my Instagram too. So I've been talking through to the people who are live on my Instagram for a little bit. So we're just gonna kind of continue in and be in this flow. If you are here, let me know where you are from. Currently, we are in Florida, and it's actually cold, so I'm rocking the beanie today. I would love to hear where it is that you're from, and ultimately, what we're out for is that everybody be in their gifts. So I was just talking on Instagram a little bit about gifts and being in their gifts, and at all dimensional levels of mind, body, soul, and really being able to unpack this in a way where you don't burn out. I've been getting really clear. Marilyn, it's cold. Yes, hey Jim, what's going on? Great to see you. I'm not a big fan of the cold either, although I'm looking at a new perspective of that cold clears the mind. So that is the mindset that I am shifting to, and I am far from perfect from really grasping that yet. But anyways, so go ahead.
Awesome. So we're going to get into kind of why you want an evergreen signature program, what's the difference between regular signature and evergreen, how that actually makes a huge difference, and really why coaches and healers really want evergreen and really want to create a signature program. Some of the challenges that we see. We have a client that we're actually interviewing on Friday. Her name is Kelly. She's going to crush it. And when she came to us, she was actually doing really well. She is crushing it. She's actually crushing it more. But when she came to us, she was doing pretty well as financial in her business, in the sense that she was doing $8,000 to $12,000 a month. And so she thought she was doing it, or she knew financially she was doing good. And then since that, but this was the challenge. She had all kinds of one-on-one clients.
She was burning out.
She had three group programs that she was running they would start every month, and it would just start a new group program. And then when they finished the group program, they would just go into one-on-one. And so she was capped income-wise, but she was also burning the F out. Right? In the sense that I think she took 2 weeks to go to a spa in January and deserved it after she made the switch to Evergreen Signature and then started enrolling people into that program and actually tripled her income in January from when she first got started with us. So that was really awesome. But now she's working a fraction of the amount of the time that she was working. No more 3 programs, only 1 program. And then we actually created something where if she wants to do one-on-one, it's just they're going to have to pay exponential amounts of money to really work with her on that one-on-one basis. And it really comes down to creating it as evergreen is what allows it to her to get rid of all of that and really focus and really get rid of all the moving wheels, right?
Yeah, so having an evergreen signature program, what it allows you to do is to be able to really make this deep impact and also a wide impact. So what I know about you is that you're someone who really cares, right? You care about transformation. You're trauma informed, care about people, you're out for humanity, and that really can take some, like, over time as you're working per session or if you're working like per client, it starts draining, right? And even when you absolutely love what it is that you do, burnout is still possible, and there's no choice for or chance for expansion or growth because you're capped out, right? So having an evergreen signature program allows you to have a deep and wide transformation, right? As a coach and a healer, you're here to coach and to heal, right? Not necessarily to teach and to spend all of your time one-on-one. Like, so having it will allow you to have some leverage, like have leverage, not some leverage, have leverage, right? You get to create how much you want. I know that a lot of times, and this is true for me as well, I literally love working with clients. Like, it brings something to me every session that I do. So it's being able, and I know I'm not the only one, right? That's, we're a coach and healers because we love what we do, right? And so when you can love what you do in the service of people, do what you love in the service of people who love what you do, and be able to create an expansive experience for your clients at a really deep level that's not going to burn you out, that's going to allow you to grow and expand as a person, because that matters, right? I know, like, as coaches, that's the juice and the core of our soul, is like being in this place of expansiveness within ourselves, where we're always in the inner work for ourselves, so then we can bring that to the table into our clients. And having a signature program allows you to do all of that.
Yeah, so I'm just curious here, who's just still or just doing one-on-ones, who's doing a program, it has a lot of one-on-one, who is doing group, who is, and then does anybody actually have an evergreen program? Because then the next step is really to fill the evergreen program.
Oh, I think you just hit upon something that's really, really big. And the difference between like an evergreen signature program and having like a group program, right? Because I do see a difference. A group program can happen like, here we are, we start every 10 weeks and you're like holding this container, right? That's what Kelly was doing, was this group program. And I've seen coaches, not necessarily this particular coach, but I've seen coaches where a group program then becomes like a coaching by number, or like a deli coaching experience.
Deli coaching.
Where you, right, when, I don't know if you, let me know if you've gone through this, where you're on these programs and you're like waiting your turn, and it's only for you, and you can check it. What happens is you check out of the rest of the call.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not a,
it's not creating it valuable, because what the opposite of that is when you can actually make the conversation that this person in front of you is having, how do you make it relevant for everyone? How do you make sure that everybody is getting is engaged in the process? And it takes something to do that. But it makes such a big difference, because then it creates a community. It also creates where the whole hour or 2 hours or however long your group sessions are is valuable for everyone, and the whole time, and not just the 2 minutes that they're talking to somebody. And maybe you'll catch one thing here and there, but it's really how
and
you.
it's actually a community that really empowers people. Like, one thing that I can genuinely say within Quantum Impact is the most incredible relationships have been formed within the community, right? We have people who have co-authored books together. We have people who are like partnering up and being accountability partners. We have coaches that have stepped up and they're now, doing some leading within the program as well. Like, we have the support that's been created around this framework of, and this experience of community and culture and what we've built, and how we've been able to pass that on for our clients, where it's not just getting the clients, but it's like the delivery of it, and like really creating that impact, right? And I found, like, how do you unpack your genius? Well, first you get to discover what that genius is for you, right? And when you can discover that genius within you and those soul gifts that you have and how you are going to market the best and how you're going to deliver in the most effective way, then you can step into your alignment and it like things start just working more because you're fully divinely self-expressed in every aspect of what it is that you do within your business.
Yeah, and it also cuts back from launch burnout,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually creates a consistency in your income and your impact. A lot of coaches, what they do is, and it's more authentic when you're sharing numbers and stuff like that. A lot of coaches, what they do is they share, oh, I did 20K this month, but then they launch every 3 months, and then now they have to live on that 20K. And maybe they'll get 2, 3, 4, 5K a month until the next launch, right? And so what you want to do is you want to have that even consistency. So if your goal is $30,000 a month, if it's 20,000, if it's 50,000, doesn't matter. You want that consistency on a regular basis.
Well, really, what it does, and it sounds so boring, is predictability brings success. But when you have the consistent predictability, then you know your numbers, and when you know your numbers, then you're set to be able to scale to whatever numbers it is that you want, right? So it's creating this consistency so you can create your systems, so then you're set to scale. You're not just like, all right, let's go, roar! Tracy, I love you. Jump off the plane and build the plane on the way down, right? And yes, that's great. And we also want to keep those consistent processes. So when it's time for you to go to 7 figures and beyond, and you have that vision and your core and your why of your getting to that next level, you have the consistent processes and stuff in place. So it's all working.
Yeah. The other thing is this: it's keeping you from having a complete breakdown, right? In the sense of not just burnout from like launching super hard and then like you need to take a nap for the next 2 months. But the other side of it is like if you
I've never done that.
You
totally done
you go to launch. We did this 2 years ago. Whenever 2020, I guess the end of 2020, we're like
about 2 years?
launching our program, right? And this was November, and we catch COVID, and it completely shut us down to the point where we
were doing like challenges every month. Every month we would do this challenge, and and we didn't have a challenge, our business shut down.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, for 2 months, it completely grinded to a halt. And because I couldn't, we couldn't get out there. We couldn't really push it. And then even when we did push it, and the calls that we did have, it's like,
it's all energy.
I'm gonna
coming.
Can I put my head down and we'll just talk from down here? Like it just doesn't.
It doesn't work.
No, I'm like, yeah. Even after all the main symptoms are gone, my energy was like completely trashed. So if you have something consistent and you start replacing yourself in those places, it allows for freedom, it allows for consistency, it allows for predictability, and it allows for like you to be able to really make an impact that you're out for.
And for life to happen when life happens.
Exactly. So a couple things. If you are somebody that just wants, maybe you want to learn, like, there's 2 people on this call. There's people that are like, I want to learn more. So I want to learn more about this. I want to learn more how to fill my signature program. So you can type learn below. But then there's the other people that are like, I've heard enough. I just want support around this, right? I need the support. I need somebody. Holly's one of the best people on earth to sit down and actually pull out your genius and package it into a program. And it's just like one of the best, right? And so you just want support. So if you want to learn more, awesome. Type learn below, and if you just want support around all of this, type support below, and we can have a conversation, see if it's a good fit. It's not like we don't sell like in chat. We don't really even sell on a first call. We just really jump on and kind of see.
Just get to know each other.
Yeah, let's learn about each other. No, so we can jump on a call if it's a good fit, and then if it's aligned, then we'll go on another call and we can break down the whole structure of how we support you, what our Evergreen Signature program looks like, and all the good stuff. So,
yeah, appreciate
job
you.
support
And
or learn below.
Looking forward to talk to you soon.
Bye.